I watch my show. What? Huh? I can't hear you. Say what you said. You about to take a what? Like a shit detox? You crazy? Crazy.
They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up.
That I'm bold for that. She told me that I'm bold for that. She never comes back. Yo. Nah.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Gentry. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him.
All right, I do it on my way to go.
This is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Now they'll run it to the right here.
Good job, bro.
He's got a little room. He'll pick up 6 out to the 13. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big 2 gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these 2 big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
He'll toss it. Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. The official says no good, and the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Brings up 2nd down.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Fast motion from the offense. On 2nd down, looking to throw. He's going to run it.
When it gets in long yard situations, defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. He'll fire to his right. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They barely get the punt out of their own territory. It'll be marked down just outside the 45. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, baby.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
They'll run it on the counter. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Snagged in the middle. It's Clay. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Get this emotionalized nigga off the screen, man.
Well, they did on that one. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass play.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State, the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
He'll toss it.
Oh my God! It got all the shit.
Wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Defense dropping into soft coverage. They'll run the option. Nice move to pick up yardage. Little too soft.
Don't tell me what to watch.
Defense, he picks up 4 to the 32. On the option. Running with power. The pitch. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not a really huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
Now this is more like this kind of trying to go back. It's like a best spot. If I find what you see on the show, don't realize this is how it is. You have to go to the computer.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
4th and inches, just trusting your offensive line. They're able to get just enough movement at the point of attack to keep this drive going.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really
what in the
stretches the field
fuck?
and makes you decide how you want to defend him. Linebacker or safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball in the backfield.
He jerked out just now.
You can hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. On the move. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, heavyweights trading punches today in a top-5 battle, and now it's a final. Vanderbilt rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. A top-5 clash and a thoroughly impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
People talk about physical tackles all the time. That's how you deliver the boom. Lower your pads, run your feet, take that guy from him going forward to flat backwards on his back.
Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth-quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Are we going to be continuing a lot more amazing picks from you this year? Yeah, of course. I got everything planned out. Everything I want to see. We can imagine a little bit. They're on the players, but hey, what's going on?
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the game down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Trying to pick up a 1st down. off the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at
Hey,
the 13.
he might be the one to block.
Down, and the clock keeps dwindling away, and they'll try to get the snap off quickly. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it down the left. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Clemson now operating in the red zone. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop, go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Coming out with it, it's Davis. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Using the quick game. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something.
Oh, look out! And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good game for this offense.
Unloads to the right. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Deep shot for
Oh
the
my
end zone.
God, he threw it out of
Pass is
bounds.
incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll start the 3rd quarter with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, they've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
I mean, so many good quarterbacks, and you know you're going to get great play calling, great offensive design. Ohio State offenses every year, year after year, the names change, but the production continues to be the same.
Trying to get the edge on the toss. Tackled after picking up the first down.
The old toss.
And that's who he ended up going with.
Get on the edge quickly. The receivers better block on the outside. Go get me some positive yards. Get a fast guy in space. Nice play call.
The Buckeyes are flying down the field. Toss to the outside. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Tough, hard-nosed running. He got 3, but he needed 4. It's 4th down and 1.
And big-time play by this defensive line. Setting the line of scrimmage, getting the stop, forcing the 4th down. Now, I think I got a pretty good idea, Palmer, that, well, if you're calling plays, if I'm calling plays, well, really, if anybody's calling plays, I'm thinking green light.
Yeah, so let's see if the defensive line can do it again. You just saw it on that last.
Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Oh, they just start off the show just kissing.
Extra point pushes the lead to 14.
That's crazy as fuck. I can't kiss that many people like that.
For the touchdown, and the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Gentry. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snatches it on the right. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it.
Torch.
Okay, it's time to get coupled up for the very first time. And here's how it's going to work. Girls, as you can see, the boys are each standing on a heart. When I say go, you're going to head over and stand by the boy that you want to couple up with. This could be based on someone you like the look of.
In the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. At the 45 on his way.
Oh, what the fuck?
Caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
And a really
that was a good
touchdown. He gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Here comes the option. Got the first down and more. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he gets a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
DB's right up on the receivers. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. See if they can get it done on second.
Damn, she didn't even pick Cordell first.
Motion from the offense. A run for the quarterback. And he waltzes in for the score.
Babe.
Touchdown, Buckeyes.
She didn't pick Cordell first.
To their lead. The kick is up and good.
No, she just went to the big black nigga. That's his girlfriend, right?
76 yards on the drive for the touchdown.
Serena?
And they finished it off with the score.
Man, hell no. That shit over with.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That shit over with. That shit over with. Hell no.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Gentry. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely over.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bullets, guys flying around, giving great effort and getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line.
And this defense is bringing the heat, another sack. And the Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25.
Do they end up together?
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out
Got
there.
and Corey.
This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
But they gonna vote him off?
Great execution. They've done exactly
He must be green.
what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You
What'd he
can tell
do?
they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Ain't gonna lie, they're a nice looking couple too.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Give to the running back. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Makes the grab. It's Shields. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that.
And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter.
Clemson 14.
Rob, Leon has chosen you. Leon, what makes you wrong?
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Goes to the option. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. And the Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. The snap sets up the throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ohio State. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Bringing it back.
All right, Cordell, start here.
He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback.
Is that the same?
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He's going to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Tigers want to crank the tempo.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity.
Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll ride Davis here. Discards a man. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Back open in the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game. So you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback here.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So
Nigga, I thought this was regular cadence for a second.
And he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. On the option. He'll pitch it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. They're trying to get to it. He'll try to do it himself. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to throw on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn.
He's loose down the middle. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Clemson.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. this game, we'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming in this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today, we kicked them in the face?
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Locked in automatically. I'm gonna tell the truth.
At this point, the defense just has to bring the house to try to stop the run and get the ball back, even on 2nd and 13. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lets it fly deep downfield. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
And you know what? You kind of deserve it. Late in the game where you could run the clock out, still throwing the football over the yard. Now this game, it's a long shot. Gave him a little bit.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of it.
Going up top. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what to do.
And it's his 4th interception of the game. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll start this drive firing. And that one's incomplete.
It just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
6 to 8 boys talking to Jimmy, and ironically, he was the end. Oh, Russell Coy.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
6-8.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Running back searching for a hole. Powers through the defender. That will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. And that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
How many